Welcome back to the deep dive.
Yeah.
Today, we're going deep on artificial intelligence,
Okay. Yeah.
AI,
Yeah.
specifically how it's changing the way we live and work every single day.
Right.
We've got some pretty cool sources for this one.
Yeah.
A beginner's guide to automate your life with AI sounds very promising.
It does.
And we've also got some interesting information on expert AI solutions.
Mm-hmm.
They're a company that's doing some really interesting things in the AI world.
Definitely.
So are you ready to learn how to boost your productivity?
Absolutely.
Maybe streamline your life a little bit?
I think everyone's looking for that.
With power of AI.
Yeah, for sure.
Up with it.
And I think it's important to start by saying, AI, it's more than just a buzzword, right? It's something that is
Right.
it's really impacting our lives in very tangible ways.
It's already here.
It is.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not science fiction anymore.
that's right. A beginner's guide to automate your life with AI really gets into the nitty-gritty of how we can actually use AI like right now
Right.
to make our lives easier, more productive.
Uh-huh.
They talk about using AI as a personal assistant,
Yeah.
for things like scheduling,
Uh-huh.
managing that never-ending to-do list.
I think we all have that.
And they even say that they're going to give us
Oh, wow.
every single tool and website that you could ever need to be super productive, organized,
Okay.
and have this totally automated life.
That's a big promise.
But
With
all of these AI tools popping up every day,
Right.
where do we even start?
Well, I think that's where it's helpful to sort of understand,
Okay.
the different types of AI that are out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk about these AI-powered scheduling assistants, for example,
Yeah.
these things are actually using machine learning algorithms to
Okay.
analyze your past meeting data,
Interesting.
your preferences,
Mm-hmm.
even the availability of other people.
Okay.
And they use all that information to suggest the best times for meetings. So it takes all the guesswork out of it.
So it's not just about, finding a time when everyone's free.
Right.
It's about understanding, like, my preferences, my habits,
Exact.
and then using that to, optimize my entire schedule.
That's exactly right. Yeah. And so, for example, Clockwise,
Okay.
it goes beyond just finding an open slot in your calendar.
Yeah.
It looks at things like travel time, the type of meeting it is,
Oh, wow.
even your energy levels throughout the day
Interesting.
to figure out the best possible time for you to have that meeting.
That's amazing. I've used, basic scheduling tools before,
Right.
but I never realized that there was so much intelligence
Yeah.
going on behind the scenes.
A lot of work goes into those.
And what about task management?
Sure.
I mean, I feel like I'm constantly struggling to stay on top of my to-do list.
Well, there are tools out there like Todoist, for example,
Okay.
that are using AI to completely change the way we manage tasks.
Interesting.
So Todoist, it uses AI to learn your work habits.
Okay. It can prioritize your tasks based on deadlines, importance.
Mm-hmm.
It can even suggest the optimal times for you
Wow.
to tackle certain items on your list.
So instead of just a static list,
Yeah.
it's almost like having an assistant
Right.
who understands my workflow,
Exactly.
helps me stay on track.
Yeah, it's like having a personal assistant for your to-do list.
I like that.
Yeah.
So speaking of assistants,
Okay.
let's talk about how AI is changing our homes.
Sure.
Imagine a home that anticipates your needs,
Mm-hmm.
adjusts the temperature before you even walk in the door,
Right.
reminds you to pick up groceries.
I mean, that would be amazing.
It sounds pretty incredible.
Yeah.
The ebook actually mentions
Okay.
a couple of examples like Paprika Recipe Manager
Mhm.
for meal planning, and then there's Toady for keeping your chores organized.
Right.
Are those examples of this kind of intelligent home management?
They are, yeah. So
Yeah.
Paprika.
Not only helps you plan your meals, but it can learn your dietary preferences,
Yeah.
and then it suggests recipes
Yeah, okay.
based on what you already have in your pantry.
That's cool.
Toady goes beyond just listing chores. It looks at how often you need to do things,
Mhm.
suggests optimal cleaning schedules,
Wow.
and it can even integrate with smart home devices.
So it's not just about convenience.
Right.
It's about creating a more efficient,
Yeah,
maybe even a sustainable living environment.
exactly. And this kind of efficiency isn't limited to the home. AI is also changing the way we learn and the way we work.
You mean like those AI-powered grammar checkers that are becoming so popular?
Yeah, things like that. Yeah.
I've used Grammarly before, but I never really thought about the AI behind it.
Well, these tools are much more sophisticated
Oh.
than just, simple spell checkers. They
Ah.
use natural language processing
Wow.
and machine learning
Uh-huh.
to analyze your sentence structure, your word choice, even the tone of your writing,
Interesting.
and they can suggest improvements to clarity,
Okay.
grammar style. So
Yep.
it can really help you communicate more effectively.
So it's not just about correcting typos. It's about helping us to become better writers overall.
Exactly. Yeah. And this kind of AI assistance
Yeah.
is starting to show up in education as well.
Okay.
So you can think about the potential for personalized learning pads
Uh-huh.
where AI tailors lessons to each student's pace, their
Wow.
learning style, their strengths.
Is that actually happening now?
It's starting to emerge.
Okay.
Yeah, there are some online learning platforms that are using AI to actually adapt the curriculum
Wow.
in real time,
That's crazy.
providing students with extra support in areas where they're struggling and
Yeah.
offering more challenging material when they're ready for it.
So it's almost like having a personalized tutor
Yeah,
that's available 24/7
exactly.
that adjusts to like your individual needs.
Yeah, and it's not just about individual learning either.
Yeah. Okay.
AI is also being used to develop intelligent tutoring systems
Uh-huh.
that can provide feedback and support
Okay.
to groups of students who are working together.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing stuff.
So AI is really pushing the boundaries of what's possible in education.
It really is, and this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Wow.
You know, as AI continues to evolve,
Mm.
we can expect to see even more innovative applications
Okay.
in education healthcare,
Yeah.
virtually every aspect of our lives.
Speaking of innovation,
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious about how AI is impacting the world of content creation.
Sure.
I've heard about tools that can write blog posts, even compose music.
Right.
Is that something you can tell me more about?
Absolutely. Yeah. This is an area where we're seeing
Okay.
some really groundbreaking advancements.
Interesting.
So tools like Jasper AI are using natural language processing
Okay.
to generate high-quality written content,
Uh-huh.
blog posts, marketing copy, even creative fiction.
So you're telling me I could have AI write a novel for me?
Well, it's not quite that simple,
Okay.
but these tools can certainly help with writer's block.
Yeah.
They can generate ideas.
Uh-huh.
They can even write different sections of a story
Interesting.
based on your input.
Okay.
And for music platforms like SoundDraw
Yeah.
are allowing people to create original royalty-free music
Wow.
based on, their preferred genre and mood.
That's crazy to think about how these creative fields are being transformed by AI.
It really is, yeah.
And speaking of transformation, I noticed that one of your sources, Expert AI Solutions,
Right.
they focus on creating custom AI chatbots.
Yeah, that's right. They're leveraging the power of conversational AI
Well,
to create really personalized experiences for website visitors.
so instead of those basic chatbots that, just offer pre-programmed responses,
Right.
these AI-powered chatbots can actually engage in
Yeah.
meaningful conversations,
Oh,
even
cool.
learn from each interaction.
Exactly. And that's just one example of how AI is being used to enhance the user experience online.
It's incredible to see how AI is not only automating tasks,
Right.
but it's creating these new ways for us
Yeah,
to interact with technology and with each other.
absolutely.
But with all these incredible advancements,
Yeah,
I can't help but wonder about the potential downsides.
sure.
Are there any risks or challenges
Of course.
associated with this rapid integration of AI into our lives?
I mean, that's a really important question.
So what are some of the things that we need to be aware of
Yeah.
as we embrace this AI-powered future?
Well, I think one key consideration
Okay.
is the potential for AI systems
Mm,
to be used in ways that perpetuate existing biases
Right.
or inequality.
that's a valid concern.
It is.
We need to make sure that AI is developed and deployed in a way that's fair,
Absolutely.
equitable,
Uh-huh.
and benefits everyone,
Right. Not just a select few.
not just a select few.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
And what about the impact of AI on the job market?
Yeah, that's another big one.
As certain tasks become automated,
Right.
we need to make sure that we're focusing on upskilling
Mm-hmm.
and reskilling our workforce
Absolutely.
to prepare for the jobs of the future.
Yeah, it's not about fearing the robots taking over our jobs.
Right.
It's about adapting to this changing landscape and making sure that everyone has the skills and the knowledge
Yeah.
they need to thrive in this new world of work.
So it's not about replacing humans.
No,
It's about collaboration.
it is. Yeah, absolutely.
And are there any other concerns that we should be thinking about?
Well, I think we also need to be mindful
Okay.
of the potential for AI to be used in ways
Mm-hmm.
that compromise our privacy or security.
That's definitely something to keep in mind as we share more and more of our data
Yeah,
with these AI systems.
exactly. We need to be aware of how our data is being used, how it's being protected.
It's a lot to think about.
It is.
It's clear that AI is a powerful tool
It is.
with the potential to, like, revolutionize our lives
Yeah. Yeah.
in countless ways.
Absolutely.
But like any tool,
Yeah.
it's important to use it wisely, to be aware of both its benefits and its limitations.
I completely agree. And as AI continues to evolve,
Yeah.
it's essential that we continue to learn, adapt, and engage in these really critical discussions
Okay.
about its impact on our society.
Yeah. I think that's a really important point.
It is.
It's really interesting to think about, all the potential implications of AI,
Yeah.
both the good and the bad. But maybe we can shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
Talk about something a little more personal.
Sure.
One of the topics that really caught my eye in the ebook
Okay.
was the use of AI for mental well-being.
Right.
And I have to admit, I was a little skeptical at first.
I can understand that.
How can AI really help with something as complex as mental health?
Well, it's a good question, and it's important to remember that,
Let's go.
AI is not meant to replace human therapists or medical professionals,
Right.
but it can be a really valuable tool for providing support,
Okay.
resources, even early intervention.
So how does it actually work? I mean, what are some examples of AI being used in this space?
Well, you can think about apps like Wysa.
Okay.
It's an AI-powered chatbot
Uh-huh.
that offers emotional support and coping strategies.
Interesting.
And it uses natural language processing
Okay.
to understand your concerns, and then it offers personalized guidance
Wow.
based on cognitive behavioral therapy techniques.
So it's kind of like having a virtual therapist
Yeah.
available 24/7,
Right.
but without the stigma or the cost.
Exactly. And while it's not a substitute for professional help,
Right.
it can be a really valuable resource for people
Okay.
who maybe don't have access to traditional therapy or who are just hesitant to seek help.
The ebook also mentions Dailyo.
Okay.
It's an app that uses AI to track your mood and identify potential triggers.
Right.
How does that work? I mean, I'm a little hesitant to share that kind of personal information
Yeah.
with an app.
Well, it's understandable to have concerns about privacy.
Yeah.
And it's important to choose apps and platforms that prioritize data security.
Right.
Dailyo, for example, allows you to keep your data private
Okay.
and only share it with people that you choose.
Okay.
And it uses machine learning to analyze your mood entries, your activities, sleep patterns,
Wow.
to identify potential correlations
Okay.
and help you understand
Yeah.
what might be influencing your emotional well-being.
That's pretty insightful. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like having a personal data analyst
Right.
for your emotions,
Exactly.
helping you identify patterns that you might not even notice on your own.
And that kind of AI-powered analysis can be really helpful
Okay.
for identifying potential triggers,
Uh-huh.
understanding the impact of your lifestyle choices,
Yeah.
and even recognizing early signs of mood changes that might require professional attention.
It's amazing to think about how AI is being used to empower people,
Yeah.
to take control of their mental health and well-being.
It really is. And this is just the beginning,
Okay.
As AI continues to evolve,
Mhm.
we can expect even more sophisticated tools and applications
Yeah.
that can help us understand and manage our mental health
Okay.
in new and innovative ways.
It's exciting to think about all the possibilities.
Yeah,
But before we get too carried away with all the amazing things that AI can do,
sure.
let's bring things back down to earth for a minute.
Okay.
We talked about how AI can automate tasks,
Yeah.
personalize experiences,
Right.
even help us with our mental well-being.
Yeah.
But what about the bigger picture?
Okay.
How is AI going to shape the future of work and daily life?
That's the question that's on everyone's mind.
It is.
And while it's impossible to predict the future with certainty,
Right.
we can certainly look at current trends
Okay.
and make some educated guesses.
Yeah. So what are some of the key trends that you're seeing?
Yeah.
What should we be preparing for?
Well, one thing is for sure, AI is going to continue to become more and more integrated into our lives. We're already seeing this in the workplace with AI-powered tools being used for everything,
Yeah.
from data analysis to customer service to even hiring and recruitment.
So those fears about robots taking our jobs, are they justified?
It's not about robots taking jobs.
No.
It's about AI augmenting human capabilities
Okay.
and automating tasks that are repetitive or dangerous.
Right.
And that will free up human workers to focus on more creative, strategic, and interpersonal tasks.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's not about replacing humans, it's about collaboration.
It is, yeah, absolutely.
And will this collaboration extend beyond the workplace?
I think so. Yeah, I think we can expect to see AI integrated into our homes, our transportation systems, our healthcare, even our social interactions.
So you're saying that AI is going to be everywhere?
I think so.
It's a bit overwhelming to think about.
It can be, but it's important to remember that, AI is a tool.
Right.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad. The key is to approach AI development and deployment with a thoughtful, ethical, and human-centered mindset.
I completely agree. We need to be mindful of the potential downsides.
Absolutely.
And work to mitigate those risks while also embracing the incredible opportunities that AI offers.
Exactly.
And I think one of the best ways to prepare for this AI-powered future is to embrace continual learning.
I agree.
The more we understand about AI, the better equipped we'll be to use it effectively, ethically, and to our advantage.
That's a great point. It's not just about learning how to use specific tools. It's about understanding the broader implications of AI and its impact on our society.
So where can we go to learn more about AI?
Sure.
What resources would you recommend?
Well, there are a ton of online courses, webinars even, communities dedicated to AI education.
Okay.
You can find introductory courses that cover the basics,
Yeah.
as well as more specialized courses that go into specific areas like machine learning, natural language processing, computer vision.
And what about keeping up with the latest trends and news in the AI world?
Sure.
Are there any websites or publications that you would recommend?
Absolutely. Websites like MIT Technology Review, The Verge Wired, they all have excellent coverage of AI news and advancements.
Right.
And you can also find insightful articles and research papers on platforms like Oxaviv and Google Scholar.
It sounds like there's a wealth of information out there.
There is.
For people who are interested in learning more about AI.
There's a ton of information, and it's becoming increasingly important to be informed about this rapidly evolving field.
Right.
AI is going to touch every aspect of our lives. So the more we understand it, the better prepared we'll be.
To navigate the future.
Yeah, it really feels like AI is no longer this like futuristic fantasy.
Right.
It's here. It's changing the world.
Yeah, it's happening now.
You've given us so much to think about today.
A lot to unpack.
From those AI-powered personal assistants to the potential for AI to like revolutionize education and healthcare.
Absolutely.
But I think the biggest takeaway for me is this idea of continual learning.
Yeah.
Like we can't afford to just sit back and watch this happen.
Right.
We need to actively engage, learn, adapt.
I completely agree. And that brings us to a really important question.
Okay.
What can our listeners do today to prepare for this future with AI?
Yeah, let's get practical.
Okay.
What are some actual steps people can take to embrace AI and make it work for them?
Well, I think a great first step is to just start exploring the AI tools that are already out there. Think about the areas of your life where you could use a little extra support.
Or efficiency.
So if I'm struggling with time management, maybe I try out Clockwise.
Exactly.
Or if my to-do list is stressing me out. I check out Todoist. It's about finding the right tool for the job.
That's it. Yeah. Find the tool that works for you.
And don't be afraid to just experiment.
No, absolutely.
Try different platforms. See what works best.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to ask questions.
Right.
There are so many resources available online.
Okay.
Tutorials, forums, even communities on social media where you can connect with other people.
So be proactive. Dive in.
Yeah.
Learn by doing. And as you start, integrating these AI tools into your life, remember to keep an open mind.
Right.
Because AI is constantly evolving.
Always changing.
Be prepared to adapt.
Yeah.
Learn new things as these new technologies emerge.
Absolutely. The tools that are cutting edge today might be obsolete tomorrow.
It's true.
So yeah, continual learning is key.
It really is.
And remember, AI is a powerful tool, but it is still just a tool. It's up to us to use it wisely, ethically, in a way that benefits everyone.
I think that's a great point. Well, that's our deep dive on AI for today.
It was a good one.
We covered a lot of ground, but we've really only scratched the surface.
Yeah, there's always more to learn.
The world of AI is huge.
It is.
And it's constantly expanding.
Absolutely.
So if this deep dive has sparked your interest,
yeah,
I encourage you to keep exploring.
Definitely.
Read articles, watch documentaries, take online courses.
Yeah.
Most importantly, don't be afraid to experiment and try new things.
That's the best way to learn.
The future is here, and it's powered by AI.
It is.
So embrace the possibilities, stay curious, and keep learning.
Great advice.
And who knows, maybe someday you'll be the one developing the next groundbreaking AI innovation.
That's what we need.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
It was a pleasure.
And until next time, happy automating.